In Luke 17, verse 21, Jesus declares, "The kingdom of God is within you." This revolutionary statement challenged the common Jewish expectation of a political Messiah. Historical records show first-century Jews awaited a king to overthrow Roman rule. But Jesus redefined God's reign as a spiritual reality. Archaeological evidence from Galilee villages confirms his teachings reached ordinary people, not just elites. Pharisees, representing the religious establishment, demanded visible proof of God's kingdom. Luke 17:20. Historical accounts by Josephus reveal these scholars expected apocalyptic signs. Jesus' response subverted their expectations. The Dead Sea Scrolls show similar debates about divine sovereignty. The tension reflects differing interpretations of Daniel's prophecies about God's reign. Jesus' declaration that God's kingdom is within you, Greek entosimon, has been debated for centuries. Scholars note this could mean among you or within your hearts. The Qumran community's writings show parallel concepts of inward transformation. Jesus likely meant both. God's reign manifests through his ministry and personal renewal, as seen in his subsequent healings. Jesus compares God's kingdom to a mustard seed. Luke 13:18-19, small, yet growing exponentially. Agricultural records show black mustard plants in Palestine could reach 3 meters tall. This illustrates how God's reign starts imperceptibly but transforms communities. The parable counters expectations of instant political revolution, emphasizing organic growth through faithful living. When Jesus heals a leper, Luke 5:12-14, he demonstrates the kingdom's present power. Medical historians note leprosy meant complete social exclusion in first-century Judaism. By touching the untouchable, Jesus enacts God's reign breaking into human suffering. This healing, one of 37 recorded in the Gospels, physically manifests the kingdom's restorative nature. Jesus washing disciples' feet, John 13:1-17, redefines power in God's kingdom. Archaeological finds show foot washing was slaves' work. By performing this act, Jesus establishes servant leadership as kingdom ethic. The Jordan River Basin's mineral-rich clay, used for cleaning, becomes a metaphor for spiritual cleansing through humble service. A rich ruler's story, Luke 18:18-25, reveals kingdom priorities. Historical research shows wealthy Judeans often gained status through Roman collaboration. Jesus' demand to sell everything reflects Jubilee principles. Leviticus 25. God's kingdom demands complete reorientation of values. The man's departure underscores the cost of discipleship in early Christianity. Jesus' blessing children, Luke 18:15-17, counters cultural norms. Roman law gave fathers absolute control over children, while Jewish tradition valued them minimally. By declaring the kingdom belongs to such, Jesus elevates the marginalized. Ossuary inscriptions confirm children's low status, making this teaching revolutionary in its inclusivity. The prayer, "Your kingdom come," Matthew 6:10, encapsulates Jesus' vision. Analysis of early Christian papyri shows this prayer distinguished believers. The Greek verb tense suggests both immediate and future realization. Set against Roman imperial cults demanding Caesar is Lord, this prayer was a radical declaration of allegiance to God's reign alone. The closing scene returns to Luke 17:21's essence, God's kingdom permeating ordinary life. Archaeological evidence from Galilean villages shows subsistence farming and fishing. Jesus' teaching locates divine sovereignty not in temples or palaces, but in mustard plants, shared meals, and healed lives, a vision that sustained persecuted early Christians.